Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. When you think of the Persian Gulf, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's probably oil, massive tankers, and modern skylines. But what if I told you that long before black gold was discovered, this stretch of water was a bustling superhighway of ancient trade, connecting some of the world's earliest and greatest civilizations? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible history of the Persian Gulf, a story that stretches back thousands of years and continues to shape our world. Let's rewind the clock. Way back in antiquity, we're talking about the time of Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley civilization. These were two of the cradles of human civilization. And guess what lay between them? The Persian Gulf. It wasn't just a body of water. It was the essential link, a maritime bridge that allowed these powerful cultures to connect, trade, and influence one another. Imagine ships, not powered by engines, but by wind and muscle, crisscrossing these waters, carrying goods, ideas, and people. Along the shores of the Gulf, vibrant communities and cities sprang up. Life here was deeply tied to the sea, because many of these coastal areas were geographically isolated by deserts and mountains. Land-based trade was difficult. The sea was their lifeline, their main street. This created a unique economic environment. The people here were traders, seafarers, and merchants. Their economies were mobile and fluid, making it a real challenge for ancient empires to impose taxes on them. They were masters of the maritime world, their fortunes rising and falling with the tides of trade. So, what were they trading? It was a rich mix of goods. From the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, you'd find staple crops like barley and dates being shipped out. Figs and other agricultural products were also common. Livestock was another important commodity, moved from one port to another. This wasn't just about survival, it was about prosperity. The Gulf was a conduit for wealth, allowing regions to specialize in what they produced best and trade for what they needed. It was an early form of globalization, and the Persian Gulf was right at its heart. The boats they used were just as fascinating. In the marshy areas, especially around the river deltas feeding into the Gulf, people used ingenious vessels called halim. These were boats made from bundled reeds, a technology that has been used for millennia. They were perfect for navigating the shallow waters of the marshlands, transporting both people and goods. As trade expanded into the open waters of the Gulf, larger and more robust wooden ships would have been used, capable of carrying heavier loads over longer distances. These ancient mariners were incredibly skilled, navigating by the stars and their deep knowledge of the currents and winds. Ever wonder where the name Persian Gulf came from? We can thank the ancient Greeks for that. Geographers like Strabo and Ptolemy, writing centuries ago, were the first to label this body of water on their maps. At the time, the dominant power in the region was the mighty Persian Achaemenid Empire. Its influence stretched all the way to the shores of the Gulf. So to the Greeks looking in from the outside, it made perfect sense to name it after the great empire that controlled the surrounding lands. The name stuck, a historical testament to the power that once ruled this vital trade artery. For thousands of years, this rhythm of trade continued. Spices from the east, grains from the west, pearls harvested from the Gulf zone waters all flowed through this corridor. It was a consistent, reliable engine of commerce that supported empires and built cities. But in the 20th century, everything changed. A new discovery was made, one that would transform the region and the entire world forever. Oil. Suddenly, the Persian Gulf went from being an important regional trade hub to the absolute epicenter of the global energy economy. The discovery of unimaginably vast oil reserves beneath the sands and seabeds of the Gulf countries triggered a radical transformation. Wealth on a scale never seen before poured into the region. Fishing villages turned into sprawling metropolises seemingly overnight. The economic focus shifted dramatically from traditional trade to the extraction and export of petroleum. This new era of oil magnified the strategic importance of the Gulf's geography, and one particular choke point became arguably the most important stretch of water on the planet. The Strait of Hormuz. This narrow strait is the only way in and out of the Persian Gulf. It's a bottleneck, connecting the Gulf to the open ocean. Any ship wanting to transport oil from the major producers like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, the UAE, and Kuwait to the rest of the world has to pass through it. Think about that for a second. The entire industrial world, our cars, our factories, our power plants, became deeply dependent on the smooth flow of tanker traffic through this single, narrow channel. The Strait of Hormuz became a geopolitical flashpoint, a place where global powers vied for influence and control. Its security became paramount to the stability of the global economy. Today, the Persian Gulf remains a titan of global commerce, and its significance has only grown. It's not just about oil anymore. The region is also a massive exporter of natural gas, another critical energy source for the world. But beyond energy, the Gulf has become a major hub for container shipping. Ports like Dubai's Jebel Ali are among the busiest in the world, handling a huge percentage of the globe's container traffic. Goods from Asia, Europe, and Africa all transit through here. The modern Persian Gulf is a place of incredible contrasts. You can still see traditional dhows sailing in the same waters as colossal The echoes of ancient trade routes now hum with the engine roar of the modern global supply chain, from carrying barley and figs in reed boats to transporting millions of barrels of oil in containers packed with electronics. The Persian Gulf has always been a vital artery for global commerce. It's a powerful reminder that, while the commodities may change, the importance of these ancient waterways endures. The story of the Persian Gulf is a story of connection, of trade, and of its central, unchanging role in the great drama of human civilization. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey through history as fascinating as I did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. Let me know in the comments what other historical topics you'd like to see covered. Until next time, stay curious.